So a lot of you have asked me to talk about how I got diagnosed with endometriosis, and it's a topic that I've wanted to talk about for a while now because it plays such a big role in my life. Basically, I suffer with the most horrendous periods you can imagine. Like, honestly, I'm like fainting on the floor, sweating profusely. Sometimes like I'm being sick because the pain is so intense. I genuinely cannot get out of bed sometimes for about 5 days when I have my period, or even before, because it's just so bad. The cramps are indescribable. I'm like shaking thinking about how bad it is. Also, there are so many other symptoms that once I got diagnosed made so much sense. I'm like constantly bloated, and I thought it was to do with food intolerances or whatever, but I'm now figuring out that that is to do with endometriosis. It doesn't really look like much, but I just constantly feel bloated and I have constant intestinal problems. So how did I get diagnosed? This has been the case for the past probably 7-8 years if I think about it. I've been to so many private gynecologists. I don't know how much money I've spent on private visits, and no one could figure out what was the problem. Everyone was telling me different things, and then finally, I think it was about 2 years ago, I finally found a gynecologist that did an internal echography. Is that how you say it? Echografia. And she saw the kind of, I don't know what you call them, like noduli, the endometriosis, like the endometriosis, like cysts. I don't know what you call them, to be honest. She saw that and then was able to give me the diagnosis. That obviously, if you've researched endometriosis, you know there's no cure. The only way that you can slow it down is by taking the contraceptive pill. I was against going on the pill because in the past, it has absolutely messed up my brain hormonal wise, and it gave me really bad mood swings. But honestly, this time it has saved my life. Like, saved my life. I'm actually able to function. I still get painful periods, I still get the symptoms, but I'm able to go on with my life, and the periods are 1/5 of the pain that I used to have without taking the pill. I think the main thing for me was, for years, nobody understood the pain that I was going through and how much it affected my life. It was a horrible diagnosis, but I'm happy that I can now understand why I feel the way I feel. If you have endometriosis or you know anyone with it, I completely feel you, and please really be kind to anyone that you know with it, because it is really, really difficult. If you guys want to know any more, that's as quickly as I could summarize in this instance, so just let me know if you want to know anything.